Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dojo Live recap show. Today is Tuesday, February 22nd, is it today?
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
2022. 2/22/22. How cool is that? This is Tulio Siragusa broadcasting from Southern California. We're doing the recap show on Tuesday because yesterday was a holiday. We're recapping two shows from last week, and joining me are Kim Lantis in Hermosillo, Mexico, and America Guerrero
Hey.
in Mexico City. Hi, America. Welcome. Hi, Kim. Welcome.
Hi, Tulio.
Hi.
I'm on my phone because my computer decided to reboot, so I'm trying to figure out
It's
how to
been a
make this
morning
work.
full of mishaps, let me tell you. Slack's
I'm
down,
using
the
it.
internet in my house is down. I came in an Uber to the office, which is in a
There
disarray
you go.
because they're doing repairs, but I got a coffee, so that's good.
There you go. As long as you have coffee, you're all set. All right. So, what are we recapping today? We're recapping two shows that we had live last week. First show was with Yadhu Gopalan, who's the CEO and co-founder at Esper, and the topic was "Stop making excuses, start shipping device updates." And finally, we spoke with John Geary, who's the CEO and co-founder at Abodu, about ADUs, an
Mhm.
innovative, flexible, and practical housing alternative. Two great shows, great guests, very educational. Which of these two stood out the most for you and why?
So I think America's having a little audio issue, so I'll go. No, I actually liked both shows. I think what impressed me about Abodu, what they do, their business really is construction, right? They're building these accessory dwelling units, which is a new acronym for me. And it's basically this, it's not a tiny house, but it's like a portable home that you can put on a foundation and everything in your backyard for multi-uses and whatever. But I think what impressed me most about them, not only the innovation, what they're doing for construction, but the fact that they built their very own software for their own internal use because they had the need, right? That there just wasn't a software that existed to help them accomplish everything that they wanted to accomplish in the efficient way that they wanted to accomplish it, putting customers first. And that to me was impressive, even for their software to help them solve issues of how am I going to get this fully constructed home from point A to point B, whatever, is it even possible to move it physically and those types of things. So I think just the innovation of if you have a problem and no one else can solve it, then solve it for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. I liked it too. I like the conversation that you had with your neighbor, Tulio John, right? Yes, I mean, his explanation about the states, how the states of California are rethinking the housing policy, the land use policy. How he explained now that the new younger owners generations, yeah, did I say it correctly? They are in this different trend that they want minimalism, pet friendly spaces, multifunction spaces for home office, or if you want your granny there, or if you want your children around your houses. It's a great idea. It's a great idea for us, our younger generation, that I know that it's going to be a little bit difficult for me if I want to get a house, but with these innovation ideas, it's great. It's great. I liked it a lot.
To your point, Kim, it's amazing how technology can disrupt an industry. I mean, you can get ADUs from any construction company, but then they have to file a permit and do a site survey and all these other things that go into it. It can take months just to get going. But they've already done all that work, the land survey. So you literally can order everything online on the app, and if your parcel has already been surveyed and everything else, they already have the route to get to you. I mean, you can get up and going fast, and they take care of everything. So that's the beautiful thing about in construction. It's always been a relationship kind of thing. It's who you know and how the relationships you have. So to put it all together, getting the right general contractor becomes key and critical to having a successful outcome. But with technology, it democratizes all that, right? So it puts the control at the user's
Mhm.
fingertips, where now the user has complete transparency into every step of the way, and it doesn't feel like some kind of a ambiguous kind of thing that you're not aware of.
Yeah, and it's
So
completely competitive advantage, right? For
exactly,
the
Mm,
exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, it serves the
companies also.
consumer better. It serves the consumer better, and that's really what it's all about, making it so that everyone's more empowered and has more visibility and transparency, which makes these things more within reach, right?
Yeah.
If the state of California and Oregon allow ADUs, the process of getting one might be complicated. So having a company like Abodu with using technology to simplify it makes it more within reach. All right.
Yeah.
So what about conversation with Yadhu
Yadhu.
Gopalan? Yes, I like this idea of with MDM, remote mobile device management solutions have been around for some time, but it's mostly for companies to update like our Macs or if they provide you the phone, the software, the security, and all those things, right? But with all these devices out there today that are now in some cases 5G enabled or connected, cameras for traffic purposes, sensors, all these devices are all connected out there. Updating the software historically has been a manual process where you did it only once a year when you replaced the hardware, every 2 years when you replaced the hardware. So very difficult to enhance these embedded devices with software. And they've created a platform where you could do it all remotely. It's you actually build the software on the devices using that platform, and then you can insert updates on a weekly basis, daily basis, however many times you wish, which is really cool. What did you guys think of that show?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, just the efficiency behind it, right? That's, I think, with technology, that's a space and where we're wanting to go. Not just what can be done, but how can it be done faster and better with the least resistance. And I just think that it's all pluses all around the board, right? Not again going to your case like we were talking about with Abodu and the customer themselves. How convenient is it to be consistently updated? But I think it goes even beyond that for me. I mean, that's I think the immediate goal of software. But then you think of, let's talk about safety. People who no longer have to be climbing up, onto stoplights or towers or whatever to manually update software, or even just the ecological impact of, having less materials because that device in theory is going to be able to last longer and longer. And so, yeah, I just think it's about time. And I'm very happy that they're doing what they're doing there over at Esper.
Yeah, it makes you think all the chip shortage issues we've had in recent years, which actually impacted even car manufacturing. If more devices were embedded with remote software capabilities, like you said, probably don't need as much hardware if you can keep updating them. So it definitely solves a lot of issues. America, what are your last thoughts on this before we wrap up?
I think
she's
still with
having
the
an audio
audio
problem.
issue. Yeah. So what about your thoughts?
All right. Okay. So, what do we got coming up this week? Let's move on to what we got coming up. We got another show
Yes.
coming up at noon today, right?
Today.
Right after a couple hours.
That's right. Just in 2 hours. So we're going to be talking with Sank Sadar of Enquire AI. And that one is about Web 3.0 in the new era. More specifically, I think, what does work look like in the Web 3.0 era? I think you're familiar with Web 3.0. It's kind of a new one to me. So it'll be an interesting talk for sure. That's today at noon. Tomorrow at noon. Now, see, we are just a mess today. I know that at noon we do have a talk with Karen Talati at First Resonance. I believe on Thursday morning we have a 10 o'clock show as well. Yep. That one is with Tom Levney of Verbit. And then we have a second show on Thursday with Zeus Health. So it's a full week, right? A Tuesday, shows. Wednesday, and a double whammy on Thursday.
So come on back in a couple of hours, see what you can learn. Dojo.live. That's the URL. It's that simple. Dojo.live. See you back in a couple hours.
Hopefully the day runs smoother later on.
Exactly. I'll be back on my Mac. Bye, guys.